How are you doing?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm good.
That's good.
Good
Yeah. Good afternoon. Who is speaking?
Abu.
Abu, yeah, Abu Ba. How are you doing, Ba?
Fine. And you
I'm
look every
so
time. Yeah, no, you look every time young.
You're teasing me.
No.
But I am far more older than what you think.
You tell us your secret.
I will. I'm a very old guy.
Okay.
Yeah, who is online again? We have Abu, yeah, we have Aisatu, Mustafa Ndao.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Wonderful. Juf, Muhammad Basiru Juf.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Muhammad. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
Yeah, I'm well.
Hello, Mr. Luo.
Okay.
Good morning.
Who is speaking? Yaya. Who is speaking? Landing. Is Landing here? Landing Sanya. Hello. Hello, Sanya. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm here.
Wonderful. Appreciate it. Okay.
Good
well, okay. I think we can
everybody. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon. Hello. Okay, you can shut your microphones.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Landing. You can shut your microphone.
I'm good. I'm good.
Wonderful, appreciable.
My connection is not good. I'm in.
Yeah, that's understandable.
My
You have got a connection problem.
It's not good.
Hello, Mustafa, can you shut your microphone? Right, okay, that's good. Sanya, can you shut your microphone? Okay. Right, okay, that's good. Can I start now?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. Right, okay, today we are going to try to do three important things. First, we're going to try to do a reading session. Well, I have proposed some short texts, and we're going to try to read them using the British pronunciation. then we are going to do a kind of revision on what we did yesterday, last week, meaning, okay, we are going to just, well, okay, give opinion, agreed on opinion, disagree on opinion, as we did last time. It will be a kind of revision of the last session. And the third will be a kind of discussion about a specific theme, a specific topic, which is, okay, the fake news. What is fake news? Okay, the impact of fake news, etc. So it will be a kind of free discussion during which we are going to try to give our opinion, debate about this very important and very topical issue that we are really facing in our everyday life. So to sum up, first, we'll have a reading session, a short text to read respecting pronunciation, British pronunciation. Second, we'll come back on what we did last time before we started the discussion. So we'll come back on those important issues we raised last time in form of revision. And then, okay, the last thing we're going to do is to discuss about a very topical, very important issue, which is the issue of fake news. What is fake news? We have been given a definition. We'll try to see really our understanding of, okay, what fake news are and give our opinion, right? Give our opinions about really that important issue. Now, first, I'm going to share a text. Where can I get it again? Isn't this? This is okay. The discussion topic: fake news. What is fake news? But most importantly, we're going first to try to see the text on the reading text. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, can you see the text I have on the screen?
Yes, this topics.
Can you see the reading I have on the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
It's reading one, huh?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wonderful. So it's just a kind of exercise into reading correctly in with British pronunciation. So I have got the text and the phonetical transcription below. This will help us really to see how to read the words and sentences correctly in English, right? Now I'm going first to read the text. Shut the microphones, shut the microphones. Right. You shut the microphones. Right, so I'm first going to read the text, and then we are going to read in turn, taking care of really the right pronunciation. We have the right pronunciation here below the text, right? In Britain and around the world, the image of the family continues to change. The traditional Victorian family, in which the man was the breadwinner, the woman, the homemaker, and the children numerous and obedient, is giving way to new ideas about what the modern family should look like. Right?
Teacher?
Yeah.
Is not the text in my screen.
It is not the text you have on your screen.
Yes, we have fake news.
Fake news. Yeah.
Then we have a discussion
Different
topics
topics,
here.
yes.
Yes.
So I'm not on the right.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it okay now?
Okay, reading
Yes.
one, yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, reading one, yeah. Yeah. Right, I'm going to read the text again. In Britain and around the world, the image, okay, I repeat. In Britain and around the world, the image of the family continues to change. The traditional Victorian family.
Sorry, Mr.
In
Love,
which
for
the
cutting
man.
you. Sorry, Mr. Love, for cutting you. I have some problems to understand well, because I think that it is a problem of the microphone of my colleagues. It's a little bit difficult to understand you clearly.
To hear.
Yes.
Okay, so we have to shut the microphones. Is my microphone working well?
Yes. Yes, thank you.
My microphone is working well. Is it okay now?
Yes, it's okay. Thank you.
Is it okay? Right, okay, yes. Thank you. All right, okay, so I'm going to read the text and we're going to read. I say you have the text and we have the transcription of the text below, right? The way to read it correctly in British English, it is phonetical transcription, right? It will help us here to try to put emphasis on the stresses on good pronunciation, right? In Britain and around the world, the image of the family continues to change. The traditional Victorian family in which the man was the breadwinner and the woman the homemaker and the children numerous and obedient is giving way to new ideas of what the modern family should look like, right? I repeat, in Britain and around the world, the image of the family continues to change. The traditional Victorian family, in which the man was the breadwinner, the woman, the homemaker, and the children, numerous and obedient, is giving way to new ideas about what the modern family should look like, right? Okay, now someone to read.
I can try. In Britain and around the world, the image of family continues to change. The traditional Victorian family, in which the man was the breadwinner, the woman the homemaker, and the children numerous and obedient, is giving way to new ideas about what the modern family should look like.
Right? That's okay. Yes, someone to read?
Okay. In Britain and around the world, the image of the family continues to change. The traditional Victorian family, in which the man was the breadwinner, the woman the homemaker, and the children numerous and obedient, is giving way to new ideas about what the modern family should look like.
Okay, Yes, someone else?
Abu?
Yeah.
In Britain and around the world, the image of the family continues to change. The traditional Victorian family, in which the man was a breadwinner, the woman, the homemaker, and the children numerous and obedient, is giving way to new ideas about what the modern family should look like.
Yes, someone else to read? Now we look at the transcription, phonetical transcription, phonetic transcription, right? We have in Britain. Donc, il n'y a plus de Britain or Britain, we say Britain. In Britain.
Okay.
And donc the A is read I. In Britain and and around the world.
Around the world.
Around the world. The world. In Britain and around the world.
Britain and around the world.
Yes. You see the accent, the accentuation. Accent, the accent is here. In I raise my voice. In Britain and around the world. So you accentuate here, Britain and round. In Britain and around the world, the image, you say image, and the before a vowel is read Z. When I have Z before a vowel, I say Z. The image. I don't say the. The image of you see, instead of saying of, the image, you say the image of the family. The image of the family. Continues to change, continues to change. So the sound on exists, but doesn't exist in English. You say continues to change. Right. In Britain and around the world, the image of the family continues to change. Right? Okay. Second sentence is the traditional Victorian family. The traditional Victorian family in which the man was the breadwinner, the woman, the homemaker, the woman, the homemaker, and the children numerous, and the children numerous and obedient. And obedient is giving way to new ideas about what the modern family should look like, right? In Britain and around the world, the image of the family continues to change. The traditional Victorian family in which the man was the breadwinner and the woman the homemaker, and the children numerous and obedient, is giving way to new ideas about what the modern family should look like, right? Yes, someone to read the phonetical transcription? Yes, someone to read?
Yes, can I try?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
In Britain and around the world, the image of the family, the image.
Okay, repeat.
The image. The image.
Yes.
The image. The image of the family.
Of the family, yes.
Continues to change.
Yes, to change, yeah.
The traditional Victorian family,
yes,
in which the man was the breadwinner, the woman the homemaker, and the homemaker and the children numerous and obedient.
And obedient, yes. Yes, obedient.
Is giving way.
The accent is on the B. Obedient.
Yes. Obedient.
Yes.
Obedient.
Yes.
Is giving way to new ideas.
Yes.
About what the modern family should look like.
Okay. Right. That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's okay. This helps. Okay, this can help us to really better pronounce. Okay, when we read in English. Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
Someone else? Yes, someone else? Abu, you want to try?
Yes, I can try. But
Why?
Okay.
No, that's at the very beginning. That's difficult, but it doesn't matter. You just read what you see.
I try to read the phonetical.
To read, what you see.
Okay.
Yeah, transcription.
In Britain and around. In Britain. In Britain. Voilà.
In Britain.
In Britain and around the world.
Yes.
The image. The image. Image. Wait, the image. Image of the family.
Family.
Of the image of the family. Continues to
change. It's
to change. Okay.
Yes, change.
To change the traditional.
Okay, repeat the.
Okay. The traditional. The traditional. Okay. The traditional Victorian family in which the man was the breadwinner. Breadwinner.
Read every thing you see. Winner.
Wait. The woman. The home maker and the homemaker and the children numerous. Wait. Numerous. And the obedient is giving way to new ideas. New ideas. But what
about?
Okay. About okay. About the modern.
What?
Okay. About what? The modern. Modern family should look like. Okay.
In phonetic transcription, you read exactly what you see. You read exactly what you see. Okay, it's L-A-I. Yeah, like.
Okay.
Yeah, look like. Yeah, this is okay. You can after the class, you can read the transcription again.
Okay.
It will help you see how.
Britain and around the world.
So in Britain and around the world, the image of the family continues to change. The traditional Victorian family, in which the man was the breadwinner, the woman, the homemaker, and the children numerous and obedient, is giving way to new ideas about what the modern family should look like. Yes, okay, someone else to read? Yes, someone else?
Mohammed, I can try.
Yeah, why not?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Welcome.
In Britain.
In Britain.
In Britain and around the world, the image of the family.
Repeat.
And around the world.
Yes.
The image.
The image.
The image. Image of the family. The family.
Yes, family.
Continues to change.
Yeah.
The traditional.
Repeat.
The traditional.
Repeat.
The traditional. The traditional. Victorian family. In which the man was the breadwinner. Breadwinner. The woman.
Yeah. Repeat.
The woman. The woman. The homemaker. And the children. Numerous.
Yes.
And obedient. Is giving way to new ideas about what the modern family family should look like.
Yeah, should look like. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Someone else? Is there someone on? Okay, online? Is there any other one online? Okay, so I come back again to the text. The phonetic transcription. We have in Britain. So in phonetic, we just read what we see. Britain, in Britain, and around, the. When I pronounce the, I have the tongue between my teeth, right? The. In Britain and around the world, the tongue between, okay, that is the image, the image of the family continues to ch. In phonetics, it's T and sh. Change. Okay. Ch and j. Change. The traditional Victorian family in which T and sh, in which the children numerous and obedient is giving way to new ideas about what the modern family this is a in phonetics, should look like, right? Okay. Last reading, someone to read? Guy Fatugay, you have already read.
Okay, sorry.
Your microphone.
Oh, it's okay now?
Yeah, it's better, far better, yeah.
In Britain and around the world, the image of the family continues to change. The traditional Victorian family, in which the man was the breadwinner, the woman the homemaker, and the children numerous and obedient, is giving way to new ideas about what the modern family should look like.
Okay. Very correctly read. Okay. Very correctly read. That's good. Yes, someone else? Ajara, I see Ajara Falba. I see also Sulaiman Padam.
Hello.
Hello.
In Britain and
in Britain
and
you say
around Britain.
Yes.
In Britain, in Brit and around the world.
Yes.
The image.
Reprend.
The image.
The image.
The image of the family.
Yeah.
Continues.
Okay, on reprend. You repeat. Continues.
The chance.
Yeah, continues to change. Yes.
To change.
Yeah.
To change.
Yeah.
The traditional Victorian family.
Yeah.
In which. The man was the breadwinner. The breadwinner.
Breadwinner.
The breadwinner. The breadwinner. The breadwinner.
Yeah.
The breadwinner. Okay. The woman. The homemaker.
The homemaker.
And the children. Numerous.
Yes, numerous.
And obedient.
And obedient.
And obedient is giving way to new.
Reprend. You repeat. Is giving
It given way to ideas.
New ideas. To new ideas.
To new ideas.
Uh-huh.
To new ideas. About.
Repeat. About.
About.
Uh-huh.
What the modem?
What the
modem?
Reprend. Modern. Yeah.
Family should look like.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's good. That is okay. The first time that we read phonetics. That's good. Now you have got other texts, reading 2, reading 3. And okay, next, before tomorrow, for instance, we are going to study the second text. You can train yourself home. And when you read, please, you read aloud. We have, okay, this text. One of the most obvious characteristics of the new family is that there are not always 2 parents. So you have the phonetic transcription below. Now, when you go home, the way you're going to try to train yourself is first to read the text without looking at the phonetic transcription. You read just like that, as I'm going to do, and you're going to see the difference sometimes. I read without looking at the phonetics, and when I come to the phonetics, you see that it is reading really phonetics that you pronounce English correctly. For instance, one of the most obvious characteristics of the new family is that there are not always 2 parents, due mostly to the rise in divorce since World War II. Single parents families are becoming more and more frequent and accepted in British society. Usually, it is the mother who takes responsibility for raising the child, and she has to balance the pressure of earning a living and raising her children at the same time. Okay, I read without looking at the phonetic transcription. And when I read the transcription, you see that that will be more British than, okay, what I read. One of the most obvious characteristic of the new family is that there are not always 2 parents. There are not always 2 parents, due mostly to the rise in divorces, since World War II. Donc, il a dit World War II. OK, on peut lire World War II simplement. World War II, right? Single parents, families is becoming more and more frequent and accepted in British society. Usually, it is the mother who takes responsibility for raising the child, and she has to balance the pressure of earning a living and raising her children at the same time. You see, when you pronounce, it's when you pronounce, okay, just like the British, it's even more difficult, extremely difficult, because it requires you, okay, to make more efforts than when you read without, okay, pronunciation, right? So you have to train yourself for tomorrow. For tomorrow, okay, this is the text we are going to study first before we do any other activity. So start reading without looking at the phonetic transcription, and then, okay, well, you can read the transcription several times in order to better, okay, to be better able, okay, to pronounce, okay, English correctly, right? So these are just a training in reading. That's good. That helps really to see the way the British speak really English. And when, okay, you are used to pronouncing words like that, okay, when people speak, you understand, okay, easily and better, right? So this was the first exercise we had to do. Now, what we're going to do is to try to come back on what we did last time. Okay, it was about, okay, expressions. Okay, last time we studied useful expressions for discussion. And, okay, it was just a way of asking someone about his opinion, or asking someone for an explanation, giving your own opinion, or agreeing with someone or disagreeing with someone. And these were just a useful expression that you can use in okay, free discussion. And since the last session of our two-day class is the free discussion, I would like, okay, that we come back a little bit on what we did last time, just okay, trying to see how to use some important expressions in English, right? Now, I'm going to ask a question. Someone is going to give his own opinion, and, okay, the others are going to to agree or to disagree about, okay, what he will say. It can be just agreeing with an opinion. It can be just having a qualified agreement, meaning you agree partly, but, okay, so you really don't agree with, okay, the whole opinion he gives or she gives. Or you can disagree, and politely, it will be a polite disagreement using a very, okay, polite expression to show your disagreement. Or, okay, it can be a kind of strong disagreement. You don't agree with what he or she says, and you show a strong disagreement, really using an expression, right? So again, I'm going to ask for an opinion about something. We can, if the explanation is not quite very clear, we can ask the student to explain again. So asking for an explanation. And then, okay, really we, after the opinion is given clearly, we can express agreement or disagreement using the expression we have, really. Right. Now I'm going to ask the question. Could you give me your opinion about politics in Senegal? Or could you give me your opinion about, okay, what is your opinion What is your opinion? Or could you tell me about democracy in Senegal? Right. Someone? Yes, so can someone give me his opinion about democracy in Senegal or politics in Senegal? Uh-huh.
Hi, Mr. Low.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
So,
Hi.
in my opinion,
Yeah.
Senegal is no more a democratic country.
Uh-huh. Okay.
We are on the run to become.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Yeah, I can say for instance, could you explain to me why you say that Senegal is no more a democracy?
Okay. Because these last years,
yes,
we are, they are some acts, some political acts, some
actions, yes, some political actions.
So actions, yes,
Yeah.
actions. How can I say it? How shall I put it? So political actions who
which some political
which
action,
doesn't yes, which normally doesn't exist in democracy. So
yeah, repeat. Yeah, repeat.
Okay.
Yeah, repeat what you have said because.
So I said that.
Yes, you said because
this last year.
This last years.
Last year, there are some actions.
Yes, some political actions.
Which are some political actions which are now compatible with democracy.
Yes,
with democracy.
With democracy, yeah. Okay, that's okay. That's okay, Ajara. Now, the others, do you agree or disagree? Give your opinion about what Ajara said a while ago, that this last year in Senegal, there are some political acts that are not compatible with democracy. That you shouldn't really see in a democratic country. Now, what is your opinion about that? Now, you can agree or disagree. And when you agree, the expressions are here. I quite agree. So use one expression again to show your agreement or disagreement about that opinion. It can be complete agreement, qualified agreement, or just polite disagreement, or just a kind of direct disagreement. Yes, the others?
My opinion.
Abu, huh?
Abu, yes. I tried.
Yeah.
Can I tell you I haven't opinion in the democracy in Senegal?
Repeat.
Can I tell you I haven't opinion in the democracy
in Senegal?
In Senegal.
But okay, what do you think about?
I think about the political democratic is a simple word. A simple word. People take every time democracy. And for me, I don't know what does mean democracy. Is another problem in Senegal.
Okay.
Problem the democracy, but some people have a positive opinion in the democracy in Senegal.
They have a positive opinion about democracy in Senegal.
And the other negative.
Repeat. The others. On a dit que the devant une voyelle, ça c'est les the others. The others.
Oui. Have a negative opinion
about democracy.
About the democracy in Senegal.
And you?
Me, I haven't the opinion. Because politics is something where you have several layers.
Yeah, in politics we have several layers.
Layers.
Yes. Yeah.
And we don't know who is liar or not.
Okay. Okay. You mean that in politics we have got many liars.
Liars, many opinions. Because when sometimes tell us is the democracy in Senegal is a nice democracy, because every people tell the teranga in Senegal, the democracy. For me, I have a problem to understand what does mean democracy.
Yeah.
Is my problem. But when you are in the political area, maybe people understand what does mean democracy. Because sometimes people tell, yes, he is okay, but the president must command the prison. Take the leader opinion, the leader
in prison.
Leader opinion in prison. Then people say, okay, it's nice, is normally.
Okay.
I don't know.
Others
and others
no.
And others no. That's why I'm in the middle. I haven't opinion.
I don't have
an opinion about the democratic politics in Senegal.
Yeah, politics. You say politics. C'est un mot qui prend S, la politique en général. It takes S. You say politics. Yes. Or democracy. Politics or democracy in Senegal. Yes. This is your opinion. But you haven't used any. I wanted you to if you really agree.
Well, agree. I'm not agree.
You don't say I am not agree. You say I don't agree.
I don't agree.
I don't agree or I disagree. I disagree.
Disagree. Okay.
I disagree or I don't agree.
I don't agree.
Yes, is the opinion. Yeah, right. The others. Yeah, the others. What do you think about? Just give your opinion using one term. You can say I disagree. I don't quite agree. I want just you to use again these expressions, these phrases we learned last time.
Thank you, Doctor. For me, the democracy in Senegal, there is a link.
Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree.
Do you agree or disagree?
I don't agree. I don't agree what's happened in Senegal.
Yeah.
Because
you don't agree what happens in Senegal.
Yes, because in Senegal, our institutions, there is a link of our institutions and the policymaker.
Yeah.
You know.
It means, okay, there is no separation of powers. There is no separation of powers.
No?
You say you mean that there is no separation of powers. Il n'y a pas de séparation des pouvoirs. That's what you mean.
Wait, the institutions.
Yeah.
Institutions, there is a link of the institutions and the policymakers.
Yes, you say there is a link between
the
institutions and the policymakers.
The policymakers, yes.
The politicians or policymakers? Politicians or policymakers?
Policymakers, the president and the government.
The government, yes.
But if we want to be independent, I think that we must to have.
We must have.
Yes. We must have the institutions independent.
Okay, you repeat. We must have independent institutions.
Independent institutions, yes.
Yes. We must have independent institutions. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Now, I'm going to come back a little bit on the last, what I corrected last. Again, bear in mind that in English, adjectives are, okay, in general, they are put before the word they qualify. You say independent institutions. And, okay, the number of an adjective does never change. You cannot say institution independence or independence institutions. You just say independent without S, institution. An independent institution, independent institutions with plural, meaning that the adjective is before the noun, it qualifies, and it does never take the mark of the plural. You cannot say independence institutions. You just say independent institution. That is a little grammar, but the opinion is correct. It is your opinion. Yes. Someone tries to share, to agree or disagree. Okay, with that.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes. Okay, I don't agree the word democratic in our country. Just political don't have an opportunity to express themselves freely. That's my opinion.
Yeah, that is your opinion. Yeah. Okay, do you share? Do you have the same opinion, or do you disagree with the opinion? Okay, no problem. I was just testing if you can use, but you haven't used the expressions, huh? I just wanted you, okay, to be able, when you take the floor, to use, okay, the expressions we learned last time, huh? That's just what I was checking. But okay, we'll come back on the notion of democracy and politics on a specific theme that we are going to develop together. Okay, today what I wanted was just, okay, to check if you are able, okay, don't forget that you have to learn, okay, these kind of expressions, sentences by heart. Okay, learn them, okay, to be able to use them whenever you want. I was just checking, but I see that, okay, none of you really use any of the phrases we learned, okay, last time. So try to get them, learn them, to be able to use them, okay, freely on everyday discussions. Right, no problem. This was just a revision. We'll come back now, okay, we'll come back to, okay, what is this expression? So the topic, yes. The today topic, discussion topic is about fake news. Have you got the document on your screen? Fake news.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have the you have the topic on your screen?
Yeah, we have it.
Yeah, yeah. Now we're going to talk about fake news. What is a fake news? Fake news means fabricated news. Meaning people, they just invent news, something that is not true. They say something that is not true about a person, about an institution. That is what is called fake, fabricated. That is not really true. News that are not true. So a fake news or a fabricated news is the deliberate spread of misinformation. It is the deliberate spread of misinformation, meaning people, they take an information that is not true and they deliberately spread it, okay, through the press. Right, this is what is called, this is the definition that is given to a fake news or a fabricated news. And sensationalists, dishonest or outright fabricated headlines are often used to increase readership. Okay, this means there is a microphone that is open. Okay, this means that when newspapers, when they want, okay, journalists, and they want their newspaper well, to be read by people or to be bought by people, they use kind of sensationalist or dishonest or outright fabricated headlines that are not true. But when you read the headline, the headlines mean the titles. When you read the titles, you feel like buying the newspaper because you want really to see what is inside the newspaper. It is a kind of dishonest way of attracting people and leading them or urging them to buy your newspaper. And this is quite very bad. That is what we see every day, mostly in the social networks, dans les réseaux sociaux. Sometimes you can read through the YouTube or other someone like YouTube. You can just go through, you read, and you see news that can attract you. You are quite very curious to see what is inside. This is most of the time that's false. Okay, what is written as headlines are not really what you can find inside. So this is just a kind of fake news. So every day we have this kind of situation: fake news, people talking about something that finally is not true. Right. So fake news, the fabricated news, is the deliberate spread of misinformation. Sensationalists, dishonest and outright fabricated headlines are often used to increase readership. Now, the first question is, do you agree with the above definition? Here it is given a definition of what is a fake news. Now, do you agree with this definition? Do you have the same opinion? For you, is this definition really correct? The second question is, where do we most often find fake news? In the newspapers, in the social media, etc. Third question, what sorts of fake news can you think of? Politics, show business, etc. Right? 4, how can we tell if a news story is fake or not? Checking sources, checking dates, checking photos, etc. How can we really tell if a news story is fake? Question 5, what is the purpose of the misinformation? When people give misinformation or fake news, what is their objective? What is the purpose? What is the objective of the misinformation in general? 6, is fake news used in election campaign? Is fake news used in election campaign? You can take the example of Senegal. 7, have any country recently been accused of spreading fake news? Have any country recently been accused of spreading fake news? Right? And the last is, can you think of ways to prevent the circulation of fake news? Can you think of a way to prevent or to stop the circulation of fake news? Right? This is just, okay, what we are going to debate. Now, the objective of the debate is that we can speak English as simply as possible for the very beginning. Just use very simple sentences, not very complex and long sentences. Try to use short sentences, objective short sentences. For instance, I can say, I think that fake news, okay, or we have fake news every day, full stop. Most of the time we can find fake news in the newspapers. So try to use short sentences, paying attention to the verb, okay, the subject, the verb, and object. Subject, verb, object. So very easy short sentences for the time being, huh? Right. Sentences that are not very complex, sentences that are quite very short. Right? Okay, now we can take the floor about the definition. Just take the floor to give your opinion about the definition. Do you agree or disagree with the definition that is given about fake news? Right, the floor is over to you.
It's true.
Yes.
For me, Abu, or do you agree with our definition? Is true. Is a true definition.
Yeah. Okay, the others you can shut your microphones.
Quite agree with the definition of news.
Okay, you can shut your microphones if you are not speaking. Yes, Yes. A fake news, fabricated news, is the deliberate spread of misinformation. Sensationalists, dishonest, or outright fabricated headlines are often used to increase readership. Now, do you agree or disagree with this definition?
Hello?
Hello,
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon. Who is speaking?
Landing Sanya.
Landing, yeah.
I'm sorry, today I'm late.
Yeah, that's good. We can understand.
I was in the row of Fongolimbi, and the connection is not very good.
Very good. Yeah, we can understand
So
that.
I just arrived in my house.
Yeah. Okay, you do understand.
I
Thank you
agree.
and welcome.
I agree of this definition.
Yes,
but
repeat. I agree with. You agree with.
I
agree
agree.
with.
Okay. I agree
with this definition.
With this definition.
Yes.
Okay, I agree with your definition, but I think the other objective, in fake news is to give a false information or discredit or deconstruct true information. I think that is one objective of fake news.
Yeah. We are going to landing. We are going to come back to the objectives. Here, okay, just want to know if really the definition you're given here is correct according to you. Do you agree or disagree with this definition? Do you think that?
Yes, I'm agree.
Repeat. Yes, I agree.
I agree.
Yeah. You see the mistake you're making.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, I agree with this definition. Yeah. The others, what do you think about the definition? Or do you have any other definition you can give to a fake news? A fake news.
For me, yes, I agree.
Yes.
I agree. I agree. The definition of fake news is correct. Yes.
As the deliberate spread of misinformation. Fake news, the deliberate spread of misinformation. Right. Yeah, the others, do you think that the definition could be better? Yeah. I think that in general, when we say fake news, we think about news that are not really correct, that are not true. And most of the time, fake news are just spread deliberately by people because they have got their own objective or opinion, as Landing said a while ago. Okay, when people spread fake news, in general, they have specific objectives, but the definition can be accepted. Fake news is a news that is fabricated, just fabricated, that is not true, that is not real. Okay, that people just spread in the press in general, in the press, well, for many different objectives, and you're going to later give me, your opinion about that. Okay, what is the purpose when people spread fake news? What is the purpose? What is the objectives? Right? But the second part of the definition, which gives a kind of answer in general, where you say sensationalist, dishonest, and outright fabricated news. Fabricated headlines are often used to increase readership. Readership meaning the people who read. Okay, if you go through the internet, sometimes you just see headlines. The headlines in French means les gros titres. You can see headlines that can attract your attention. But when you get inside, you see that, there is nothing. This is a kind of sensationalist headline, or it is a quite dishonest headline, the way it is said. For instance, one day, I read a newspaper headline in which it was written, Tyson a tué son maître. C'est ça qu'on a mis, Tyson a tué son maître. It was in the headline of a newspaper. Tyson killed his master. Tyson, comment Tyson a tué son maître? How it comes? And when I get inside and I read the article, in reality, that Tyson was just a sheep. C'était un gros mouton qui a donné un coup de corne à son maître et qui est mort. You see, this is what we can call dishonest headline. It is dishonest because, well, when it is put this way, Tyson a tué son maître, we may think that it is Tyson the wrestler, the luther, Tyson the wrestler. You see, this is quite very dishonest or outright fabricated, meaning that are completely false. Completely false, fabricated, totally fabricated headlines. That means nothing that is related to any other event, but that the objective being just to increase the readership. The readership meaning le nombre de lecteurs. En français, quand on dit readership, ça veut dire augmenter le nombre de lecteurs. These are just kind of fake news in reality. So the definition is quite correct. It is not. It may not be exhaustive. Maybe it is not completely exhaustive. But the definition that is given is understandable, right? Now, the second question is, where do we often find fake news? In the newspapers, in the social media, etc. Yeah, who can answer this question? Where do we most often find fake news?
Hi, Professor.
Yeah.
We most often find fake news in the social media.
Yeah.
We must often find fake news in the social media.
In the social media. Okay, for you, it is in the social media. The other, do you agree or disagree with that?
I agree with that. Yeah. Most of the time we find fake news in social media.
In the social media.
Yeah, newspaper, I think they care about the image.
Yeah. If you all do agree with that, what can explain that? Why? Why do we most often find fake news in social media and not in the newspapers? Why?
As I said, newspapers, most of the time they care of the image.
Yes, they care about
the image, yes.
Yeah, they care about the image. Yeah.
But in social media,
the others,
easily we can share in many groups in social media. So the news.
That's it. Yes, that is a good opinion, really.
Yeah, in social media, it's easily shared.
Yeah, easily shared, accessible to anyone. Yeah. So the question of image is quite correct. Yeah, they care about their image, and well, mostly they are accessible to a particular readership, whereas social media is accessible to anyone, to any person, really. This is a good opinion, yes. The others, what do you think about that?
Hello?
Yeah, Muhammad?
Muhammad or Abu?
Yeah, Abu, yeah.
Okay. Where we must often find fake news.
News.
In the both sides.
In both sides.
In both sides.
In news. In news. Newspapers.
and social media.
Yeah, repeat, and social.
And
social media. Social media.
Social media.
Yeah, social.
Yeah. Social. J'ai un problème avec ça.
Social media. Social media. Yeah, that's good.
That's about that. But because sometimes sometimes when you sometimes in the newspapers
in the news
in the newspapers they put the headlines sometimes, and in the social media are too. But we find more easily in the social media the fake news is more easy to find in the social media fake news. And par rapport, what does mean par rapport?
Like in relation to
relation to
in relation
news,
to
in relation to newspapers.
To newspaper, yeah.
Yes.
In relation to newspaper.
In relation to newspaper.
Okay, when compared to newspaper, in relation to newspapers. Right? Yes, this is your opinion. Okay, I repeat your yeah. Abu, have you finished?
Yes, I finished.
Yeah. I'm just summing up what you have said. You said that when it comes to headlines, we see both sensationalist, dishonest, and outright fabricated headlines in newspapers and in social media. But when it comes to fake news only, it is mostly found in the social media. That is your opinion, Abu? Huh? Abu?
Exactly. Yeah, it is my opinion. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, someone else? Muhammad, yeah.
About this question, we most often find fake news on newspapers and social media. It's my opinion.
Yeah, both on social media.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
and why do you think?
On newspapers, parfois.
Sometimes.
Yes. Sometimes we see on the newspapers the headlines the headlines
we can see headlines that are
which are to which have to have to buy the newspapers.
Yeah, to bring people to buy the newspaper. Headlines just to bring people to buy the newspaper. Yes.
People to buy
the newspaper. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. Okay. Mohammed, okay, it's okay. Yeah, the others? Mohammed, you shut your microphone. Yeah, okay, who else? Okay, someone else? Yeah, okay, for that question, I think, because it is just a question of opinion, again, some they say, when it comes to the title, in general, to the headlines, we see this kind of fake news in both newspapers and social media. That is quite right, because social newspapers, but most of them are in general to attract, to bring people to buy. They have obligated or dishonest or sensationalist headlines. The same for social media also. In social media, we have, but when it comes to, you can shut.
Doctor?
Yeah, when it comes to fake news now, it is, as your colleague said, it is mostly in the social media that we have fake news. Because in newspapers, when you write a fake news, it will be a problem of image. When it is proved that the news you give is fake, maybe the readership will say that this is not a very serious newspaper. And the image of the newspaper, is going to become quite very bad among the readership, right? The second is a problem of justice, because when you give misinformation on someone, is when you give a fake news on someone, on a person, this person, can sue you, can take you to court. And this will be a problem of justice also. You see. So, but when it comes to social news, in general, social news are quite very difficult to control, right? Quite very difficult to control. Sometimes you do not know exactly where that fake news really starts. That is the problem, where it starts really. That is the problem. But when it is a newspaper, generally people, they write their name, that this is the journalist who writes this fake news or this news. Now when this news is proved to be fake, this journalist can be taken to court or even put into prison because of that fake news, you see. Right. Okay. Now a last question, because we are going to finish the discussion tomorrow. What sort of fake news can you think of? What sort of fake news can you think of? Politics, show business, etc. Right. What sort of fake news can you think of? Politics or show business?
Hello?
Hello,
one of fake news people are giving in the social media is the COVID vaccine is made to stop bird in Africa.
Yeah.
Made for stopping bird in Africa.
Yeah, you think that this is a fake news.
It is a fake news. It is a very fake news.
It
Really.
is a very fake news.
Really.
Okay. So it is it made, because they were asking what sort of fake news can you think of in the field of medicine here. It is not politics, it is, but in the field of medicine, people, they also, okay, give fake news. And you say that one, okay, important fake news that people are giving these days is about the COVID-19 vaccine. Because they say that it is just for stopping birth. And for you, it is a fake news. Now, very important debate. The others, what do you think? Because I myself, I have got my opinion about, okay, the COVID-19 vaccine. Now, the others, what do you think? Is it a true or a fake news? Yeah, Fatu?
I really don't get what is fake.
The microphone again.
I say I don't really get what he was talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
What is fake about the vaccine?
Yeah, they say it is stopping birth, meaning preventing people from having children.
People
from
say
having children.
Yeah. Is it a fake or true news?
I don't think it's a true news.
For you, is it a true or a fake?
Oh, I really don't know, but it's too much like to talk about.
Yeah, the others. What do you think about that news? Because most people.
Think that
yeah, Fatu, can you turn off your Wi-Fi? Thank you.
Hello.
Abu, hello? Some else or Abu?
Yeah, someone. Yeah.
Abu, but I disagree that is not a fake news.
Repeat, I disagree. Repeat. I disagree with.
I disagree
with. Agree with.
I disagree.
You agree with.
I disagree.
Disagree with.
I disagree with the vaccine. The vaccine stop to have baby.
Yeah, you say I disagree with the opinion.
With this opinion.
I disagree with the opinion that the COVID-19 vaccine.
I disagree with this opinion.
With the opinion.
With the opinion, the COVID-19 is a fake news.
Prevents from having babies.
Comment? Give it. Ok.
C'est bon, reprends.
Attends,
j'écris.
Voilà, c'est ce que je. I disagree. Disagree.
With the opinion that.
With the opinion that the COVID-19 stops to have
from having.
Stop from having baby.
Yeah, or prevents from having babies. Prevents from
having baby.
Baby.
Right.
Yeah. Why? Why?
So, what?
Why do you disagree?
Because it is the vaccine. Maybe the vaccine can have inconvenience, the negative inconvenience.
Yeah,
And
you say,
with
okay,
the
can have
with the negative inconvenience, maybe it is a possibility to stop the prevent babies.
Okay, to prevent from having babies. Okay. So it's your opinion.
It's my opinion, yes.
Okay.
The second, comment on dit ici, secondaire, c'est pas.
Yes, okay. The side effects.
The side
the
effects.
Side effects, yes.
Voilà, the side effects.
Side effects, yeah.
Side effects. Oui.
Yes, side effects.
But Abu.
Wow.
Abu,
yes. Yes, landing, yes.
They are not a vaccine or a drugs without side effect. All the vaccine or all the drug take side effect.
Yes.
They have. All the drugs have
side
effects.
Yes.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, one question, landing. Really? You're a nurse.
Yes.
Right.
Because let me tell you, landing. You are a nurse.
Yes.
Yeah.
But some people haven't. The information is not medical information. We just
you repeat. Some people, you say some people don't have medical information.
Voilà, some people don't have the medical information.
Information.
The medical information. Okay. Some people don't have the medical information. That's why is cannot the people can't.
That's why they cannot. That's why they cannot.
That's why they cannot accept it. Cannot accept. It is a fake news.
Yeah, they cannot accept that it's a fake.
Yes, because we are in ils sont pas dans le secteur, ils n'ont pas. Je sais pas.
Yeah.
Really.
That, okay, some people don't have enough medical news. That's why. Okay. They think that this is not a fake news. This is a true news. Yeah.
This is a true news. Yes.
It is a reality, Abu.
Yes.
It is a reality. So it is the bad information. Peoples are in COVID, in coronavirus. I think that specialists must be give the real information.
They must give
the real information.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah, that is your opinion. That specialists must give the real opinion.
Doctor, but coronavirus, it is a reality. It is a reality. Coronavirus is not a political business or innovation. It is a reality. Yes.
Really. But the problem is the medical people try to explain people. It is a situation you cannot. It is a situation, and because when the fake news is the vaccine with the vaccine
COVID-19 vaccine.
COVID-19 vaccine can stop. Come on, stop have a baby.
Can prevent from having a baby.
Prevent having baby. Now it is the specialist medical to explain.
Medical specialists, the medical specialists.
The medical specialists explain and demonstrate it, explain the people and show and is not, he haven't problem when you take the vaccine. But when we have a face nose everywhere, some people take if you take the vaccine, you can have a baby. But it's in our brain,
mind. Yes,
in our mind, it's very difficult. It is the job
the job of the specialists.
The job of the specialists to explain people it is a fake news. And how do you do to explain the people it is a fake news?
You are right. You are right.
Yeah, Ajara?
Hello, everyone. I said yes, sir. So, in my opinion, as a doctor, I can say that till now, even the medical specialists, they don't have all the information about this vaccine. In Senegal and abroad. So the fact of saying that it is this vaccine prevents you of having a baby. In my point of view, it is from having a baby. Excuse me. It is a fake news because till now we haven't enough. We haven't all the information about this vaccine.
Okay, now one question to you medical specialists. Do you think that it's sure to take the vaccine, to get the vaccine at this stage of its development?
I don't understand.
You don't understand? Because we are in the process of developing a vaccine. Yeah, at this stage, is it sure to take the vaccine, to get the vaccine?
Yeah.
Personally,
if Senegal,
that it is the best solution to stop.
Hello.
Hello.
Personally, if our country, Senegal, have the vaccine, I take it.
You'll take it.
I take it.
Yeah.
So in the processes.
Process.
In process. All the specialists are not the same information for vaccines.
Yeah, they do not have the information for the vaccines.
For the vaccines, because it is not one vaccines. It is 4 or 6 or 7 vaccines.
Yeah. Okay, 7. You have 7 types of vaccines. 7 types.
Of vaccine. Okay. It is
7 different types. We have 7 different types of vaccines.
7 different types of vaccine. It is one of the problem. Secondly, the vaccine, the vaccine is not developed. En fait, the vaccine. I have not. What is the meaning of la création, quoi, création du vaccin?
Yeah, the creation of the vaccine, or fabrication of the vaccine, creation.
The fabrication of the vaccine is so fast.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Okay.
Hello?
I
wanted to ask them a question.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Chinese vaccine?
The Chinese vaccine.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Chinese vaccine?
It's that one that Senegal can are going to take, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think?
What do you think about the Senegalese vaccine, the Chinese vaccine?
I want not to give my opinion for Chinese vaccine or American vaccine or Pfizer vaccine because it is a problem so sensible. Hello?
Yeah, we are listening to you.
Yes, I cannot give my opinion.
Yeah.
Or Chinese vaccine or Indian vaccine or American vaccine.
But they are going to take the
Chinese.
Because the vaccine is not now in Senegal. But I think that the Senegal specialist, if Senegal take a vaccine, the specialist want to do our job for knowing all the information for this vaccine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But now I cannot give my opinion in China vaccine or England vaccine or Pfizer vaccine.
But do you think that the vaccines are really ready at this stage? Are they ready? Because I'm not a specialist in medicine, but I used to hear that for the development of vaccine, in general, the development of vaccine should take 10 years. In general, okay, it took 10 years for a form of vaccine to be developed. And in general, the COVID-19 vaccines, only most of them, they take about 1 year to be developed. Do you think that the process is over?
I think that I think that science is evolved. Je ne sais pas si c'est le bon terme. La science a évolué. Science is
evolves. It evolves.
Evolved.
Science evolves. Yeah, science evolves very quickly.
Science evolves very quickly.
Science evolves very quickly. Yeah, that's right.
All the process for making vaccine is respected.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, this is a good opinion. This is quite right. Because science evolves very quickly. 10 years, okay, that is different from the situation now. You're quite right. That in 10 years' time, science has really developed very quickly.
But now,
and what used to take 10 years can just take 1 year now. That's correct. That's it.
Hi everyone, excusez-moi.
Yeah.
So I disagree with this point of view because in my opinion, even if the science evolved very quickly, but I think that this vaccine, it is the process of development of this vaccine is not really clear and it's not really
It's not finished yet. The process is not finished yet.
Because they must have some phase of test.
Yes, test and trial.
Test, yes, and as and I think that it is not to say this phase are not was not did with this vaccine.
Yeah, they were not completed. Yeah, in the vaccine. Yeah.
Yes.
That's also correct. Because I have heard that most of the vaccine they just go through animal experience and not human experience. They were at the stage of animal stage.
Doctor.
Yeah.
Whatever the processes, there will always be things.
Side effects.
Pardon?
Yeah, you say side effects.
I don't know.
Yeah, repeat. I didn't hear well what you said.
Whatever the processes, whatever the processes,
whatever the process, the process. Yeah, process. Whatever the process.
Whatever the process. They are always they will always be thing to discover in vaccine and whatever the process.
Yeah.
C'est pas si c'est ce que en fait, je veux dire, quel que soit le processus, il y a toujours des choses à découvrir sur un médicament ou un vaccin.
There will be always things to discover about a medicine. Discover about the medicine, whatever the process. There will always be things to discover about the medicine. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. That's the right opinion. Yeah, yeah. The others.
Hello.
Yeah.
My opinion is the vaccine is quickly found because it's a African virus. Is not an African virus.
It is not an African virus.
Yeah, that's why, and it is a world virus.
Yeah,
and the poor country develop put in their possibility to find quickly the process.
Yeah.
That's why. But if he was an African virus,
yes,
it was an African if it were the African virus, we wait 10 years before.
We would wait for 10 years
before to find it.
So we don't have specialists for that.
No, it's just to
I totally agree with you.
It's my opinion. It's my opinion.
I agree.
and I totally agree with you.
I agree.
Yeah, good.
If it was African virus, we will wait for a long time.
Good.
It is not for African virus or European virus. The process is going quick because the disease has killing more people in the country developing.
In the developed country. Developed country. Adjectif qualificatif avant le nom qu'il qualifie.
Okay, in the developed
country.
Yes.
Countries, in the developed countries.
The developed countries. But it is not a problem for African virus or European virus now. The virus is in all around the world. But today, this coronavirus has killed more people in this country, developing countries.
The developing countries.
Yes.
But I wanted to say that if the disease were just affecting African people, like malaria, paludism, you see, people they haven't found really efficient maybe medicine for malaria. It's maybe because malaria is just affecting the poor population, the poor people.
Africa.
Yeah. Now, he said that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
You say the factor the pharmacy factories.
Yeah.
The pharmacy factory is
industry, the pharmacy industry.
Pharmacy industry.
Pharmaceutic industry.
The pharmaceutic industry
is
a business.
Yes, quite right. It's a business.
It's a business.
It is a business. Yeah, a big business.
It's a big business.
Now,
our African country is the power country.
Yeah, our African countries are poor countries.
Are power countries.
Poor countries.
Poor.
Okay.
Poor countries.
Okay.
Hello.
Now, my opinion is African people. African
my opinion is that.
Okay, my opinion is that African people must be united.
Yeah.
To be power. And
powerful.
Very powerful. But the problem, African problems, is we cannot accept it.
We cannot accept.
Cannot accept our citizen found something. The first. At the moment, so just today I see a video where Martinique and Dominican found a very Martinique, Dominican. Martinican people are developed. Are developed.
Madagascar.
No, not Madagascar, but Martinique, parce que le Martinique is a black
Martinique
people.
Is.
Yes.
Okay. It has developed a vaccine.
A vaccine, different processes, and now ils ont fait vraiment le contraire.
They did the contrary. They did the contrary.
They did the contrary at the other Chinese or American or Russian, and
Russian.
It is
Russian.
Russian.
Yes, Russian. Yeah, they did something that is contrary to the other vaccine.
Yeah, it is another processes is
another process.
Another process. Right.
Yeah, another different process.
Different process. And people, black people must have a espoir, have a hope to nous prions. Voilà, nous prions. Voilà, we pray. Voilà.
Yeah, we pray that this will be successful, to have success.
And everywhere we cannot see this discovery.
Yeah.
We cannot see the discovery.
Anywhere
we cannot see the discovery, but it is a black people. You know, that's why now we must be united to be strong.
I agree. I agree.
We must be united.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good opinion. That's a good opinion. Yeah,
I agree. So I think that it is a problem. It is African leadership problem. It is African leadership problem.
Really.
Yeah.
I think that Africa in Africa, we can comment on dit découvrir, discover.
We can discover
COVID curse. We can discover it, but it is our authority who have not leadership for for make Africa voice in the plus in the same plus of America or France or China.
Chinese, French, Chinese, yeah.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. It is the problem of leadership.
It is a problem of leadership. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Meaning that our leaders are not helping us really.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Really.
That's correct. Really, okay. So we are at the end of the course. That's interesting. The ideas are here. Now we have other questions. Meaning, by tomorrow, we're going to try, okay, to get ideas about the questions, write them, and try, okay, to read them, to say your opinion, okay, in a better way. That's good. What you're doing is good. But when you have, okay, the opportunity to make research, it is also better to write because you have the question. They are in the platform. You can download them, have them. I have also prepared another, okay, group of questions for next week. It is about violence in the world. You see violence in the world today. So that, okay, you can have time to make research. Okay. Try to answer the question yourself in English. Okay, correct them. Okay, it will be, okay, good for you. So tomorrow, we are going to try to finish, okay, the other questions, to debate on the COVID again, to do some reading. We need also to read 2 texts. So tomorrow, read the text 3 and text 4. Read, okay, the phonetics aloud. You try to read aloud because the best way of checking your reading is to read aloud. Because if you read silently, you won't really hear your voice. You want to exactly, okay, know if what you're reading is correct. So the best way to read in English is to read aloud. Okay, whether you are in your room or elsewhere, you can, okay, read the text aloud to check. And then, okay, you read the phonetic transcription as well. Read, okay, the phonetic transcription several times. Read again the text we have read, okay, today. Yes, try to read to see the pronunciation, ch, the. Okay, it's just a way of helping us really improve our reading, right? But the debate are appreciable. We need to improve ourselves a little bit. And I'm sure that in the coming weeks, things will be better. Okay, thank you, everybody, and see you tomorrow.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, everybody.